pandemic, people are more likely to buy a necessity thing or the what should I say? So you want to know how the consumers are going to spend their money. So certainly, I can speak from my own experience. I'm sure you must have experienced the same. During the lockdown, our expenses were very limited, and there was no shortage of anything. At least for people like us, there was no shortage. But certainly, you did not do unnecessary things. In the perspective in general perspective, I'm saying unnecessary. So you were not going out as much. You were not consuming restaurant food as much. You were not buying stuff from Amazon or Flipkart as frequently. It was not because you didn't have money. It was because you didn't feel like doing it, because there was no need. So certainly this has taught me something, that before making any purchase, I'm asking the question: am I really going to use it? Am I really going to make justice for buy? That we were discussing about going for a good mic or a speaker system. So there are amazing options out there. We can go for, I can buy 2-3 different types of mics. But then I thought that, is there a need? Whether it's my perception of quality that is making me do this, whether it's people who are going to listen to me, do they care about the quality of my sound? Probably they do. But how do they know that I'm using mic 1 versus mic 2? It's all in my head. So discretionary spending, certainly there is going to be a dip in the beginning, but we are going to go back to our normal ways of living as soon as things get normal. Already you can see number of people on the roads just because of some relaxation in the restrictions. So people want to get back to their normal lives. But I am sure that people have understood something. They have understood that there are some unnecessary, the biggest, what I read, I'll share that with you. So that in our city there are a lot of tech companies. Yeah. And they hire people from all over India. So before pandemic, these tech companies, they expected people to be in that city to do their job. But now, because of the pandemic, all these tech companies are they have enabled the work from home option. So now, if I am employed by any tech company, I don't need to be in that particular city. I can be in my native place and work from there if I have a good internet connection. So certainly I don't need to invest in a lot of real estate because in the places where there are these tech companies, the real estate prices are very high. Yeah, very high. And it is like a compulsion to buy a house instead of renting it. So now neither do I have to buy a house nor do I have to rent it. I can be at my native place where my parents own the house probably and work from there. So this is like a rational thought. There are other reasons why people don't do that. There are behavioral reasons and other compulsions that people may have. But certainly If we are only thinking about economics or home economics, then I mean this is what is the most money saver these days. So certainly the consumer spending pattern has is disrupted for the well, currently it is disrupted, but I don't think it is going to remain the same in the long run. People are again going to because there is this as we assign a lot of aspirational value to owning these things. So I mean, I need to buy a car. No, I don't need to only buy a car. I need to buy a car of a certain logo. Now, I mean, I have one car. Now, do I need another car? So see, this aspiration, it is not going to stop.
Never ending.
Exactly. So the pandemic has not done anything to this. This is, I mean, we are still humans. We are still want things, and we want things generally for the wrong reasons. I mean, we want things to show people that okay, I have this. So certainly that aspect has not or will not go away. For the time being, we'll see some
Ups and downs.
right now we'll see some down for some few months. I mean, another example, you might have read in the papers that after last year's lockdown, when that was relaxed, suddenly the car sales and two-wheeler sales went up. I mean, even in our company, we saw that our inquiry flow as well as the sales that we did past October, they had gone up. So suddenly people were spending money. Similar thing is going to happen even now. And once, so it is going to be a steady climb. It won't be like in one fine day people are going to start buying anything. It is going to be a steady climb, but we are going to go there. I mean, we are a country of 1.2 billion people. So the domestic market itself is so huge that we can't. I mean, we can't stay at current levels for a long time.
Okay. So nowadays people are using new term that this is so-called new normal. What do you think about that term or that specific new normal?
So, new normal is a very urban phenomena. So, normal for whom? If you go to the villages, they have, I mean, everything is normal for them. There is no new normal for them. Whatever they were doing 2 years from today, they are continuing to do the same thing. Nothing has changed for them. Things are, it is like we want to experience new things. So it's like a market. I think it's a marketing term. It's like trying to force you to think that okay, you are living in a change scenario now, and what the change is, nobody is ready to define that. Personally, if I think, not much has changed for me. So except for the fact that I am not able to travel outside my uh, city since the last whatever 2 years, quite a while. Sorry, as frequently as I did. Other than that, I don't think there is much change in my lifestyle or mm, my
Surviving.
or rather the my habits have not changed. So this new normal, if it is like working from home, spending less, not buying unnecessary things, if this is new normal, then it is temporary, in my opinion, because people don't want to be normal. People want everything to be extravagant. People want everything to be more. So this new normal, if that is a mellowed down stage, then it is not going to remain that way a long time.
Businessman is thinking the same way new normal or that he is thinking the different way.
So as a businessman, I certainly there have been some changes, and uh, more or less they have been forced on us. So the biggest example is working from home. So a company like mine, I mean, you know that we are into manufacturing. So our company, we did not think of that our employees would be sitting at home, and I mean there might be a scenario where they won't be able to come to the factory. So I mean we were not prepared. So there were not enough laptops. The
So basic infrastructure.
basic infrastructure itself was not there. So we had to invest in it. But now, I mean, we have found a midway that people who have to come to our factory, only those are coming. So people who are actually working on the shop floor, only they are coming to our factory. People who are into accounts or sales or design, they don't need to come to the factory every day. So they can work from home. I mean, now we have the ability to allow, or they can take that decision, or we can take that decision. Other thing that we have realized is um, so the customers, so they are more open to have interactions, not in-person interactions. So that is a new normal for us. I won't say normal, but that is certainly new for us. Again, I don't think it is going to remain like this for a long time, because we want to come in. We want people to meet. We ourselves want to meet people.
And we are human beings.
Exactly. We want that human connection. So through the internet, it is a way out that we have found out. Certainly, it is going to be there for a long time, interacting over internet and phone. But certainly, this was new for us, and we had to adapt to get used to it. So businesses have made these changes. I mean, some are some have successfully done it, some have struggled to achieve it. But certainly the new normal has forced businesses to think about all these things. Employee retention, or other, so companies which did not fire their employees because uh, of the situation. Certainly, I mean, it's not a general statement. I'm saying after much consideration about various aspects, but from the employee's perspective, they are aware that the company has paid our salaries even if we were at home for 1 year or 6 months, whatever, not doing anything. So this realization would not have happened if there was no, when the situation was not like this. So again, this is a new thing for the businesses. So people who have decided to stay back in the business with the company, certainly they have that realization with them that okay, this company is worth working for. They are not going to let go of me just because some situation is bad, and they have the leadership is quite capable of handling such kinds of downturns, which I mean in the future are also going to come. uh, so the perception of such companies, I mean people's perception of such companies have also changed. Again, this some companies uh, did not have to think of doing that. So it was like in the part of their organization, I mean, it was the very DNA of that organization that we are not going to let go of people just because the external situation is bad. I mean, there are entrepreneurs or business owners who, I mean, would not take salaries home, but but give their employees the salaries. So, I mean, these are great companies, and the greatness has elevated of these companies. So again, this is a new thing, at least for me, and I certainly hope that this becomes normal. I mean, this should not be a uh, this should not be a matter of debate, in my opinion. So things like these should be the new normal, if they are not.